Everybody, Ralph Havens here, and it's going to be awesome to have the Facebook Live with you guys. I was trying to make it where you could see outside. It's a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest, so I don't know, it looks like it's kind of white to look outside. I'll see if I can turn it a little bit and get a better thing. So let me just see if you guys can see where I live out here. And it looks like I got my running buddies out there. Hey, Gary. Dude, it's been a long time. Brad, wow, how's San Diego? So I don't know if you can see, but yeah, it looks real white out there. Shoot, I was hoping you could see the outside. But anyway, I'll just turn this a little bit more. Yeah, it's very white. So welcome. This is, I love doing these Facebook Lives. I've been doing this series called Thrive Your Life, the new art of energy, mindset, health, money, and meaning. And it's been quite a ride. I don't know how many of you, Gary and Brad right now, and whoever else joins us in a bit, know the story, but I'll just tell you a little bit about how it all came to be. And then I want to take questions and just kind of check in with you guys. So feel free to put any comments or questions in the box, and I'll answer them. But yeah, I used to run with Gary and Brad too, and we had quite a time in San Diego. What I thought I had things kind of set up, right? I had a physical therapy practice, and then it turned into an integrative manual therapy practice, and I had a lot of cool stuff going on in San Diego, and lived in Mission Hills, a nice part of town. And my friend Gary and I would run this amazing run. We called it 13 Hills in 12 Miles. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful life. And at one point when I was 37, I had, hey, Margaret, hey, Ellie, Linda, I had what I thought was a running injury. So I couldn't run. I had a spasm in my calf. And so that went on for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I wasn't getting well. And it was age 37. I was about to turn 40 a few years, and I thought I'd be a great, runner in the masters area, the 40-year-old and up time zone. But I had this injury. And so 8 months into it, I was still dealing with it, no more than 5 minutes of running. And I went to a great therapist up in Los Angeles, Julie Shishino. She's still up there, Sepulveda and La Tejera in LA. And she put one hand on my foot and said, "You have an artery problem. You have a problem with your heart." And she worked on me for 2 hours working on my heart. And I went for a run 2 days later, and it was gone. My calf was good. I was good to go. So it led me on this journey of taking a lot of classes, 110 classes over a 10-year period. And integrative manual therapy, the work of Sharon G. Mateo, the late Sharon G. Mateo. And I learned a lot of stuff, and studied with a lot of great teachers, and was helping a lot of people. And along the way, my teeth got well. I went from having cavities all the time to not having cavities anymore for the past 20 years, and also a big anxiety thing. The reason I ran so much partly was because I had so much anxiety, and so I only felt normal if I ran a lot. And so all that went away. I got really healthy. And so I was going along with a great practice in San Diego, and then in 2011 we were just about to have Ben. It was May, and I got what I thought was a running injury. So I had this severe knee pain, bone pain. So you take a few weeks off, and it wasn't going away. But then I got sick. My kidneys started having problems, my GI tract, my colon, my liver, and I was seeing lots of practitioners, and nobody was fixing it. So about a year and a half into it, I was just getting sicker and sicker, and couldn't run. And then I figured it out. And what happened was San Diego had put fluoride in the water in early 2011, and I had filters, but it wasn't taking that out. And I was very sensitive. A lot of people are. And so we got the filters for the house, and I started getting well. I still couldn't run. But then my really good friend, Ben, in San Diego, he a running coach, he told me about a remedy that he saw in Australia, an old-timey remedy. So I tried it, and 3 days later I was back to running. And so as I researched all the fluoride stuff, I realized, wow, I don't want to live and have a family growing up where they fluoridate water, because it lowers the IQ in children, and it causes all sorts of problems in bone, and kidneys and everything else I was dealing with. So I sold my car. Jen sold her car. We bought a truck. We got a tent, and we went all the way up to the Northwest looking for where to live, because up here they don't fluoridate very much. I mean, Seattle does, but Vancouver, BC doesn't. Most of the area around here, Mount Baker doesn't. All of Oregon practically does it almost. So we spent 4 months looking for where to live, and we finally found our way to Bellingham, Washington, and then out here by Mount Baker, and we have well water. And so, so I thought I had it kind of figured out, but some stuff happened. And what happened was, Jen and I and Ben started getting sick, and we're like, what the heck? So luckily, Ben dropped a penny down one of the vents a few weeks into living here, maybe a month or two, I forgot. And he saw that they had put a bunch of, the people that had the house before us, they put a bunch of the toxic air fresheners in all the vents. And so we thought, that's weird. We took it all out. And then we started to see what they had been trying to hide. So all the problems with the house. So we spent about a year living outside, right outside here, actually, under our deck overhang with the tent through the winter in the Pacific Northwest, while we spent a ton of money and a lot of time and fixed up our house. So now we can live in it. And it's a great house now. And so along the way, I had to figure out a lot of stuff. I had already had to figure out how to get healthy on a lot of levels, but I had to figure out why this pattern of being attacked was there again. Like, why was I being attacked again? You know, the world seeming to attack me. I moved all the way out here by Mount Baker, and great well water, great air, you know, clean food. What was going on? So I figured out a lot of the stuff about myself and my past and the victim mindset, and I learned a lot of stuff. So now what I notice with clients is that as people get well, as we get them helped out with their autoimmune conditions and their other chronic conditions and other stuff, and I do this over Skype and over group sessions on the internet and in person in Bellingham, what I notice is people start to line up with what they really want to do in life, their real meaning, and that's how this Thrive Your Life thing started. I had actually started surveying, asking a lot of questions of people, you know, people on my email list and people that I met and clients, and what people wanted. And yeah, they want to get well, but they also wanted to really thrive on all levels and really do what they were here to do. So that's what the Thrive Your Life deal is all about. So I'm here, you know, if you're on my list, I think you're getting my emails about it, and I've got lots of videos that I made. If you haven't, I'll find the link and I'll send it to you. I'll post it here. But I'm here if you have any questions. So, oh, there's a comment here. Let's see. How do I get to the comments? Comments. It says I have a comment from Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Good, awesome. I see you. Hi, Ellie. Okay, so yeah, a lot of good friends from the past. Wow. Amy, Alberto, Nabuku, Susan, my running buddies, my Santa Rosa friend, Mira, Kajal, so Africa, everywhere. Very cool. So yeah, so I'm here. I mean, I can talk, but I've made so many videos. I'll go find the link to it and post it here just in case you haven't seen the videos. But I made 4 videos of the different parts of figuring stuff out, like how to get healthy, how to solve the arthritis stuff, the autoimmune stuff, the other chronic conditions, the weird stuff. You know, I had been through a lot, and I had to learn a lot to fix myself up, but also my clients. But then the other part of it, the victim stuff and the mindset and how to, and the money stuff. You know, when I had moved up here, I had to figure out, you know, how to get a business again, because I had left San Diego behind. And so I studied with lots of coaches and healers and business coaches for healers. And I learned that part. And it's some of the most spiritual work I've done is to figure out the business stuff. So I'm here for you right now. If you have any questions about any of that stuff, let me know. And I'm going to leave you this link and I will take a look. Okay, this is where you can get the videos. Let's see. So comments. I'm new to this way of checking comments in a Facebook thing. How do I do this? Oh, here we go. Okay. I am drumming and dancing. I'm a drumming and dancing diva now, thanks to our work together. Awesome. That's awesome. Awesome, Ellie. And down 80 pounds so far and still going. That is so awesome. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Ellie. It was awesome being with you and being part of that. It's just cool to see how things go for people. Let's see. Gary, dude, I'm so glad you're on this call. I wondered what the story was when you left. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it was really wild. I hope I can share this a little bit with Gary. Gary and I are runners, and we used to run from my house on every Thursday. And I would drink a bunch of good coffee. Tatum, oh my God, Tatum. And Gary and I would go run this 13 hills and 12-mile course around Balboa Park from my house. It went through Golden Hills, and we would try to kill each other. We would run so hard. So anyway, let's see. Oh, gotta go, Amy. It was great to see you. Wow. It's cool to hear people from my past, Colorado. And so, yeah, let's see. Oh, more comments. Let me see. How do I get to these comments? If anybody has any questions about anything, I'd totally love to help you guys out. Margaret. I saw that you got the knee figured out, Margaret. That's so good. Minor surgery, no big deal. Yeah, that's awesome. I know you've done a lot of work. One of the things that is key, and I know some of you, and Margaret is definitely one of them, you've done one of the things that I find super useful that I found along the way to really get the universe to help you thrive. And that's to go all in. So Ellie did that, Margaret did that, a few of you have done that for sure. And one of the ways is to really go for it and get the help and the teachers and the coaches and the therapists and really do the stuff that needs to get done to get well. When I was up here and I was trying to figure things out and we were just about to start living outside and I had, left a really nice, wonderful practice in San Diego. I didn't know how to start a new practice up here. I was doing much more energy work at a distance, but I didn't have a lot of clients, and people in Bellingham didn't know me yet very much, even though I was doing lots of talks and demos around town. So it was kind of going a little bit. And my wife and I decided, we just need to know what to do. When I was in San Diego, I had hired a group from Los Angeles. There were a bunch of Scientologists actually, and they taught me the business side of physical therapy business. And so they showed me how to visit doctors and how to do all that kind of work with insurance companies and everything. And so up here, I realized I had to learn how to do the business side of being a healer for people from around the world. I knew how to do the work. I just didn't know how to do the business or how to get people to know about me. So I actually interviewed with a bunch of coaches. I Googled business coaches for distance healers, and it's a thing. So I found a bunch, and I interviewed with a bunch of them, and I found one from New York City, awesome person, Kathy Wilke, Wilke, and she told me some stuff, and she says, some of the things she told me was, Ralph, you have to charge more money. And so I said, really? Don't you realize I don't have that many clients yet? And she goes, no, it's crazy. So so I thought, she's the one, and I didn't have any cash. We burned through our cash from trying to fix up the house. But I knew I needed to do this, and she was the one. So I plunked down my money, with the credit card, and within an hour, I got 3 new clients, international clients, at my new rate. And so the universe showed me that I was all in, and it was with me. And I know some of you guys have done that too, like Ellie and Margaret. When you don't want to just do things that are just willy-nilly, do anything and everything, and or maybe you do, but when you find what really resonates, one of the things the universe likes is speed. And if you make the commitment and say, I'm in, and a lot of times that's a money thing, it can be really transformative. People, as soon as they do it, they can have a big shift. It's really amazing. So let's see. So hey there, Bart. Oh, that's awesome, Ellie. Instead of saying amen, now I say amen. Wow, I like that one a lot. Amen means with certainty, too. So let's see. Does anybody have, thanks, Bart. Anybody have any other comments? Let's see. Any questions about anything? Any questions about the Thriving Your Life idea or different parts of it, the physical stuff to do or the mental, emotional or the spiritual or mindset or how to do the stuff to make money doing your passion? I've got some other teachers besides Kathy Wilkie. And if you're interested, I can post links about them. Oh, good. Hey, Bart. Yeah, I've learned from some amazing people, and there's some people out there, some of my coaches and teachers now, that have shown me how to be absolutely transparent and congruent and honest and be myself, and how that's enough, and that's actually what people are looking for, and how to connect with people that that are looking for you. Because whatever I call it a superpower, whatever you're passionate about, the thing that you talk to people about at parties, even if they're not interested, the stuff that you Google all the time and you watch videos and documentaries on, and the stuff that you're into, whatever you're really passionate about, there's people out there that are right now looking for you. And so if you're like, Gary with the skating, the roller skating, and the high level that you did that work, and Brad with your book, there's people that are really looking for you. And I've found some teachers that have helped me a lot. And so if you see some of my launches, this last one that I just posted, you can see the way it looks. But there's a way to be really congruent with yourself and authentic and transparent and get your work out to people. So the drumming. So if you want, I can give you that information. So let me know. Let's see. Anybody have any questions about anything else? Let me see how we go here. Questions? I'm so glad to see you guys. Hi, Tatum. It's so good to see you. Sorry I couldn't make it down to San Antonio. Lots of stuff in process. Alberto, how's it going, man? It's been a while. Some of the people on the call were with me when I was doing a lot of work with Sharon Giammatteo and learning a lot of the integrated manual therapy. She was a medical intuitive that had the body figured out, and she basically saved my life with her work. Because before I had met her, I had cavities all the time, and I had that condition that I didn't realize was a heart condition. I thought it was a running injury, and she helped me fix it. So let's see. Okay, I want to take drumming into alternative high schools. Feels like a big dream. Okay, that's possible. That is totally possible, Ellie. That is totally possible. If you, what I found is finding out what people want is really key. So when you think of, for example, taking drumming into alternative high schools, you might want to think who is your avatar. An avatar is like the person, your ideal client or your ideal person that you're going to be helping. So is it the parents of the kids? Is it the kids? Is it the school administrators and teachers? Who's the client, the people that would be your clients in this, or your partners in this, or the people that you would be serving? And you might have multiple avatars. So what you can do is, it's one thing to develop a product and a program. It's really cool. But what's also super useful is to find out what people want. So what you might want to do is get a little short survey for the principal and the teachers, and send it out to them and just see what they need. What are the things that keep them awake at night? What are the things that they just really want for their kids, and what transformation would be useful for them? if they were to do something with you, what would be their transformation? What would they get out of it? And you could do that with the kids if you could survey them, if that's a legal thing to do, you know. You could do it with their parents and find out what is it that they want. Because once you start to hear what they want, then you've got skills and you've got your drumming and you've got all your energy medicine stuff and everything else that I know you're amazing at. And you've got your story of all the ways that you've transformed. So you've got a lot of skills and a lot of stuff that you've done and a lot of things to show people how to do it. And so then the trick is to find out, what do the principal and teachers want? What do the students want? What do their parents want? What's the transformation that if they worked with you, if they got this drumming or some kind of drumming thing, that they would get by being with you? And as you do that, then you can go, you know what? I can do this. This is what they want, and I actually know how to do this. And then you can start to tailor your messages, whether it's YouTube videos or, you know, Facebook posts or things where you speak their language and talk to them about their hopes and their dreams and what their transformation would look like if they were to work with you. So like with my Thrive Your Life program, it's individual, right? Like people come because they have a health concern, whether they're in person or they're over the internet or over Skype with me. It's like, I was learning that, okay, they want to solve the autoimmune stuff. They want to solve the thyroid stuff. They want to solve the weight gain stuff. They want to solve the depression and the anxiety and the different pains and rheumatoid arthritis and heart disease and all these things. But what they really want, their life just wasn't working well. There was other things too. And they really wanted a bigger life. And to get healthy was one thing, to get some money to do their life was another thing. And to really connect with what they're here to do was part of it. So I started to talk to people more about that, because what I noticed was as people got healthier, they naturally gravitated towards doing what they were here to do. And then they could start to connect with how to do it, like the action. When you would get the ideas of like, oh, wow, I could do this, I could do that. There's this really cool teacher I heard about from Ralph, and there's Ralph, and there's this, and this, and this. I can do this. And then the key is you get these ideas. The key is action. So ideas and then action. And then you get more ideas and more action. And it looks like you've got this big plan, but you don't. You just started off as like, let's find out what they want. They want this, let's start. And you start before it's really totally done. Because one of the keys also with the drumming thing is, and Ellie's really good at this, is that she already does a drumming circle. And so before your finished product is out, you already start. And it kind of guides you. Your people guide you, and you see where it goes, and you take the next idea and the next action. So one of the things with this Thriving Your Life idea from the business and the getting your passion out there is to go ahead and start. Just start. Just throw stuff up on the wall and see what sticks. And then start to talk to your people and start to hear what they really, really want. That if they had their transformation, what would that be like? And what would it be like for them and their family? And then you get a sense of, oh, that's what they really want. And one thing that's noticed, hey, Martha, one thing that's part of this thing is when you're doing that, you know, you're throwing stuff up on the wall, some of your passion, and you're seeing what sticks, and you're surveying the people that are the people you want to serve, and you find out what they really want, their real transformation, what it would do for them, their heart. When you get that information, and you start to come up with more ideas of how to help them, and then you try that, and then you talk to them more about like what they really want and need, it starts to roll. And I forgot where I was going with that. But that's when, that's when you're in spirit, like you're totally in spirit. You look to other people like you're doing a lot of work, but really you're following the path, and it's your people are guiding you, and you're getting inspiration too. And you might feel it now, you guys that are on this call, because one of the unexpected miracles or the hidden benefits about doing this work that I'm doing is that by being with me here, you can be different simply right now. So you might notice what you notice that's different from hanging out with me right now. And you could see if you notice something. And yeah, I mean, you can feel that. I think you guys can feel that. And Ellie, with her drumming, it's like, yeah, people want to learn to drum and they like the sound and the music is nice, but she knows there's something different that you get when you do that, because you all know music can take you to a very powerful place. Yeah, that you can feel that, right? And it's the kind of thing, I'm going to turn this so that maybe you guys can see me without having the glare. Let's see if we can turn this, or maybe not. Maybe we'll turn it this way. This might be better. But you can feel the spirit that's in there. So, and when kids feel that, and parents feel that, and the principal feels that, and teachers feel that, there's something else about what they really want. Or it might be that when the kids learn to do the drumming and then they feel it and then they have these drum circles and do stuff, and then everybody starts to feel good and they can transform their school and transform their lives and even their parents' lives with this thing, what else are they getting? So it's kind of cool to quiz them, your avatar, to see what they really want. Okay, let's see. Any other comments? Let me see. So thank you, Ellie. That's really big. Because when you have something like that, there's the mechanics of what they get by having your drumming and your alternative high schools and all that. But there's the other part that they get too. And then there's the part that they really want. Like, people hate to be sold to, but they love to buy. And so, they love to go online and find that $200 pair of jeans or something, or $100 pair of jeans, or buy the $4 Starbucks. It feels different than walking into the 7-Eleven and getting a cup of coffee. It's like, so what are they really getting that when they get to walk down the street in their new jeans and their $4 cup of coffee? I don't know. There's just ideas around that. So what are they going to really be getting? What do they really want that the drumming can help them get? Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Because what I'm doing is, if you've been on the email list and getting the videos, here it is, a free training Thrive Your Life thing. What I'm doing is I've noticed, I told my wife Jen, I wish I was the benevolent dictator, because with the years of doing stuff with therapy and with energy work and with nutrition and with Qigong and with the mindset work and with the going straight to spirit work and all these different ways to get people to connect with, get their health back and get their lives back and have the freedom to do their passion. What I found is, if people just did the things that I recommend, that I'm pretty confident that they can get well. I've seen it over and over and over again. And if you've been watching the videos, I've been talking a lot about the success stories, and a few people have even commented in here, Ellie and Margaret. And so, so I know that stuff works. And the key is to connect with people that want that transformation, to get healthy, but also to get their lives back, the freedom, and to really thrive on all levels and see where it goes for them. If there's certain things to do that could get them there, I know these things and I can help people get there. And so we've talked about it before. There's a couple of key things with nutrition that I just find so important. And then there's a couple of key exercises in the Wisdom Healing Qigong, the work of Pang Ming and Ming Tong Gu, and my teachers, some very important stuff to do with the kidneys that's really big for everything. So, and some important things about the mindset, and then how to do this matrix energetics, because one of the benefits of being with me and with on these kind of programs and having sessions is that, and you're in it right now, you're in the soup. You're in the matrix state, the matrix energetic state. And you might just not know exactly that with your mind right now, but you're in it. And so one of the benefits of joining me for some way of interacting with me with sessions is that I can give you words so that you could then learn how to use it. When I showed one of our Qigong teachers how to do matrix energetics, he felt it. He was like, well, I feel it. And he described what it was like. And it's like, you're totally doing it. And he said, but I don't know how to use it. And so with sessions, I can guide you to how to use it. And there's some simple ways to get there. So if you have questions, I can answer that. But anyway, so the Thriving Your Life training, I'm going to be taking the videos down at the end of Sunday night. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch those. I left the link earlier up there. It's the woman with the woman doing the canoe thing. And then we're going to be starting the sessions, and it's individual sessions. It's one-on-one and one-on-one sessions with me. It's 20 sessions, and then also group sessions. So the 20 sessions are 1 hour of time with me, either over Facebook video or a Skype session or the phone or in person if you're in Bellingham or want to travel to the Northwest. But 20 sessions, one-on-one time with me where you can know exactly what to do and how to get well, and I can do the energy medicine, the matrix energetics, and more stuff for you over the airwaves, and you can have a difference simply from the chair you're in. You'll also get 6 months with me with the group online sessions. So the group online sessions are something that I started about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. And it started because I thought, wouldn't it be cool if people could have a real session once a month for not a lot of money, and they could have a real change. So I started these, and I started getting 10, 15 people a month, and then people started joining for the whole year. And we've had quite a few people that have stayed with me for the whole time, and then there's people joining all the time. So we have a great group. And what I notice is if I work on one person, then everybody else in the group can have a change too. And so I do things for the whole group and then for individual people. And I do it now over Zoom Hangout. So it'll actually be where I can talk to you and you can talk to me, and we can work with one person and then work with another person, also work with the group, and you can have a shift. So the Thrive Your Life program is going to be the 20 sessions with me one-on-one, but also 6 months with the once a month session with me, and you can keep the video. There's also going to be a giant resource page. I've made about 40 videos now of all these self-treatment techniques and things to do in the nutrition world and the Qigong world, and lots of really cool treatment techniques. So I've made a big resource page for that, and I did a Facebook group for the group. And it's not a normal Facebook group. The Facebook group is set up so that every evening I actually do a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute session for the whole group. So you can have a change even while you're sleeping. And I've seen so many miracles, even with seemingly very short sessions. Some of my most transformative stuff, if you go on the testimonial page and look for Wanda's success story, her first treatment with me was like a few seconds long. And I had another one that a woman's life completely changed with her autoimmune condition and her life condition. She ended up finding a boyfriend right away, and then got married, had babies, got really healthy, started winning races that she wasn't, it was like just a miracle, and it was a very short session. So I noticed that short sessions can be really powerful. And I also noticed that working on some people, other people that were connected to them, like their family, could have changes, even if we weren't technically working on their family. So I had one woman that came to the house when I was in San Diego, and I worked on her, a physical therapy assistant. And I was working on her back and her knees and her body. And she came to me because she wanted to run again. Her knees were hurting. And her friend had come with her. So her friend was sitting over there with Jen, like standing over, 10 feet away. And all of a sudden her friend started to have her arms just go up like this. And she was like, what is going on with my arms? So I wasn't working on her friend. I wasn't working on the woman whose arms were doing this. I was working on her friend. But because she was in the field, she was changing. So you might notice yourself as you're sitting here right now, having a shift. I had one guy that I was working on, his wife, who had these chronic medical conditions. And then he was sitting there next to her, and he's like, what's going on? My neck doesn't hurt anymore. So while you're on this call with me right now, you might notice what's different simply by being with me. And the group sessions that are part of the Thrive Your Life program, the ones that are every month, and also the one that's every evening, you could have a change, and also the people you're connected to could have a change. So would you know it if it happened, if it changed? So you might want to notice what's different, even today, even right now as you're sitting here, and also when you get off, like if all of a sudden money comes to you in an unexpected way, you're like, huh, that's just weird. But you might notice that, oh yeah, I was on that session with Ralph, but it couldn't be that, right? And so I had experiences like that with some of my teachers where after working with them and all of a sudden clients were paying me money in ways that were unexpected. Like, wow, that's interesting in really, really cool ways. So if it would be very easy to pass it by and go, oh yeah, that couldn't have been that. But if you didn't have filters like that and you could just go, huh, that's different. That's different. And that's different. And that's definitely different. So you might notice what you notice right now by being with me. But the Thrive Your Life program is, I decided, how can I give the most? What would be my most that I could give people that with it. So it's like 20 sessions, one-on-one, group sessions for half a year. So you'd be basically with me for half a year, once a week, for half a year with one-on-ones, and then the group session, a group session every single evening. Just by being on the group, you wouldn't have to do anything to receive that. And then the book. I've written a book called Enlighten Up and Get What You Want, which is the Cliff Notes, which is the how-to manual when I was living outside and trying to figure out how to get happy and how to use mindset and how to just get my life back and quit having a victim thing going on. I wrote it all down. I studied with lots of teachers and got different coaches and spent a lot of money and did a lot of time and woke up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning and did my meditations and learned my stuff. And I wrote down the how-to. And so that book comes with it. So that's what I want to get to you guys. And if anybody's interested, let me know. I have a few people out here that have been with me for the 20 sessions. And what I'm doing, and I do this next section. Thank you, Ellie. I say your comments. I'll get to them in just a second too. I had a phenomenon happen, and so I was talking to my coaches, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a phenomenon, Ralph. You got to handle this. And when talking about the money thing, it's real easy for me to go, well, I don't want to offend people, and I don't want to push, and I don't want to be shovey, but it's like, here's the deal. If I were to got off the phone with my coach and I wouldn't have paid the money and I wouldn't have had those 3 people call internationally and get clients right there, right after doing it, and I would have let a day go by and a week go by and a few more weeks go by, I would have forgot about her, right? Forgot about that coach. And it's like, well, that would have been a good idea, but And so I know this work can help you get healthy. So if you're dealing with a chronic condition, some sort of autoimmune condition, a pain condition, an arthritis condition, that's what I've been doing for 32 years. I can help you with that. If you're dealing with stuff that's a pattern, that's like, somebody always keeps attacking me. This kind of person always keeps getting in my life, and I always have this kind of thing going on, weight issues or boyfriend issues or abusive things of some type, or you just can't get ahead, and money sabotaging issues. The mindset stuff and figuring out the root cause of that, that's where I've been the last 2 years for myself and now for my clients. So that can be shifted for you. And then what to do in the physical world. Like throughout my 32 years of doing this work, I've noticed that very specific things in the world of nutrition are really useful, and getting rid of certain toxins. Even for my own body, when I got out of the fluoride, I got my health back and my running back. So I've got a lot of ways to look and find what's your specific root cause that's in the way of you getting your book out, or getting your workout, or getting what your passion is out, or just to get healthy, or to get happy, or to shift things. What's your thing? And we can find the energetic blocks and the mindset blocks and the beliefs, and we can shift them through these energy medicine matrix sessions. And then you could also know what to actually do. what to actually do to get your health back. A couple of things, key things to do. What wisdom healing qigong moves or sound healing you can do. What mindset things are going on. What beliefs and what ages they came in in your past, and shift that. So if this is something that interests you, that's what I'm doing. And so what I did was I thought, what else can I do? And so what I did was, instead of just having 20 sessions, I bumped it up to 23. And so if anybody joins by Sunday night, then you get 23 sessions. If you join after Sunday night, then it's 20 sessions. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but here's the deal. It's like people are so, and I'm the same way. It's so easy to procrastinate and just to put it off one more night. But then if you do, it's easy to let it go another day. And then before you know it, you didn't do anything, and it's still the same old thing. So that's why I do that. And if you're into it, I hope it can work for you. So let's see. So Ellie, I really hope to see you at a drum circle sometime. I know. I'll keep you in the loop. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, Ralph. That's awesome, Ellie. And if you want to post any links about your drum circle, whenever you do, I always try to share them. So make sure you share that. And let's see, I just got off the phone with the principal from Options High School, and I have a meeting to discuss drumming and meditation next Wednesday. Bam! Thanks for the boost. That is so awesome. So, and that's how the universe likes to work. It seems to me when somebody goes all in, like Ellie's the one with, when she says amen, she says all in. And she showed me already she was all in. She made some big jumps this year, and it was awesome being able to be part of that. And she was the one that's lost, whatever she said, 80 pounds, and she's totally transformed her life. So and then she put it out there while she was in this field, in this matrix field, which you're in right now, with this request of like, I want to bring this drumming to alternative high schools. She got some real world stuff to do, like how to think about her avatar, how to talk to them, how to find out what they really want. And she got that. But even before she implemented that physically, maybe it's because she's in this matrix energetic state with us right now, but she just got a call from the principal saying that he wants to meet with her. And so now she can go and meet with him and not just talk about her drumming circle and what it can do for people, but find out what is it that keeps that principal awake at night? What is it that that principal, if he could only solve it, would change everything for him? And what does he want for his kids and his teachers? And what's the one thing that if he could only do this for his teachers or the kids would make that school what he really wants? Or what does he really want? Or why did he even become a principal? What's that all about? And if Ellie can find that and can see what transformation for him would make all the difference in the world. Now, if she has a skill, a service, a drumming thing that could supply that, now we're talking. So with your own work, with your own business, with your own passions, who is it that you would be doing this for? And those people that you would be doing this for, what is it that keeps them awake at night? What's their real passion, and why do they really want that? And if it's something that you can help them with, really, then it's important for you to get healthy enough and get your mindset enough set and your belief system shifted and learn how to do the money part of it all and the promotion part of it all. It's kind of important for you to get that out to the world and to learn all the parts. And that's what I did with my life and my business and my work. And that's what my work is now for people. So if it's something that you're interested in, let me know, message me and let me know what is your comment below, you guys, if you're here. What is your passion? Like, what's the thing that keeps you awake at night? Or the thing that if transformed or really, really, really changed would make all the difference in your world? Let me know. And one of the things about this is to be open and transparent. So So go ahead and leave a comment. Let's see who all is here. And I'm here to answer any questions. Okay, I don't see any questions. So I'm going to leave this link again. And my hope is that you guys get to watch the videos. There's 4 of them. And I've encoded them all with Matrix Energetics. So simply by watching them, you can have a shift. And simply by being on this video here, it'll be, I think you can still access it afterwards. You can have a shift by watching this again. And then you might want to just check off the miracles as you see them throughout the day, like, I actually feel better. I've got more energy. Or that's weird. He never treats me like that. That was really cool. Or wow, I just got an epiphany. This is how I should run my business. Or this is how I should do my work. Or wow, the kids with the hearing stuff, really it's their parents. This is what their parents really want for their kids. They're just like, they go to sleep at night like really worried about them. And this is what they really, really want. And then if you can supply that for them and talk to them about that, now we're talking. So let me know how it goes with you guys. I'm going to be getting off here pretty soon if I don't see any more comments. I've really enjoyed doing this. It was really cool to see everybody. Gary and Brad and Linda, Ellie, Margaret, Alberto, Nabuku. Golly, that was fun working with Brandon. Amy, Susan, Susie Q, Jen, Mira, Kajal, hello Africa, Tom, Ellie, Tatum, so awesome, Tatum. Really, let me know how it goes. Amy, Margaret, Bart. I actually know you guys, Deb. It's cool to see people that I actually know. Eric, Martha. All right, and Margaret. Thank you too, Margaret. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, so here we go. Total perfected essence. Awesome. So let's get out there and live. Let's get out there and really live. I'll see you guys on the inside of Thrive Your Life. I hope to see you. Send me a message, a Facebook message or email, any questions. And it's up through Sunday. Take it easy. Bye. Let's go run.